Hello? Please state your name, identity, and the purpose of your visit. Oh, except you, Toma. You must be new here. Excuse me? Please provide the information requested and also declare any goods you are carrying with you. Currently, only members of the International Trade Association are authorized to engage in the import and export of goods. Do you have your trader's permits? My apologies, but I'll have to act.
Here are their entry papers, for your kind perusal.
What? Ugh, take your time. No rush or anything.
I just wanted to see what you'd say. Sorry about that.
I see. Okay. Your papers are all in order. Welcome to Rito.
So, where do we go next?
The Outlander Affairs Agency. They only check entry permits here. If you want to remain on Rito, there's a process you have to go through with them.
Sheesh. So it is super strict, just like everyone says.
Well, let's not forget that to everyday folk in Inazuma, people from everywhere else are referred to as outs. As the word suggests, Outlanders aren't very welcome in Inazuma with the Sukoku, not even on Rito, where they've established an outsider settlement. I like how you think. I've got a feeling we're going to get along very well. Now, let's head over to the Outlander Affairs Agency. Most of the current rules were put in place by the administration of Rito.
You've completed the entry procedures, yes? And now you want to...
Yes, please.
Okay, the processing fee will be 2 million mora.
2 million? For a processing fee? Are you serious?
That's right. 1 million per applicant, which makes 2 million total.
Paimon wasn't so much questioning your math as...
Ma'am, these two here are good friends of mine.
Ah, Mr. Toma, it's you. By way of courtesy, allow me to
Thank you ever so much, Miss Eureka. But as this is just a processing fee, I think 600 mora should cover it if I'm paying on their behalf.
That's not how you haggle! By all means, bargain the price down!
All right then, as you wish, Mr. Toma. I will make a...
Much obliged.
What? She went from 2 million down to 600? There's something seriously wrong with people's sense of finance.
It's not as mind-boggling as you think. A processing fee is just a figure of speech. The way some here at the agency see it, the fees are easy money, so it becomes a question of how much they can make. So when the day comes that some poor merchant from overseas with more money than sense gets stuck here and needs to apply for residency...
Then they'll milk them for all they're worth.
Exactly. It's at times like this that having a local friend really comes in handy. Yes, but when you're an outlander in Inazuma, far from home in this closed nation era, there's very little that can be done about it. The most that overseas merchants can do to look after themselves is stick together. That's how the International Trade Association came about.
So it's a trade association built by and for Outlanders?
Yep. And as well as advancing commercial interests, the association provides help, support, and structure for Outlanders trying to survive on Rito. Essentially, it's an association devoted to both commercial excellence and survival.
Sounds like just staying.
I see. So this is the real purpose of your trip. Yes, given that you are Outlanders, it's certainly a lofty aspiration. After all, the Raiden Shogun is the most exalted and revered one in all of Inazuma. She is a deity who reigns on high, while all other life gazes. I was going to say nothing is set in stone when it comes to who you will encounter.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'll give it to...
Really?
I mean, it will take all the resources I have at my... Connections come at a high price, you understand?
Nice!
No. In fact, there's no real cost as such. It's just that I like to do things in a way that keeps everybody happy. It's my own personal rule for dealing with situations like this.
Sounds very reasonable to Paimon. You're the man in them.
Why do I get the feeling you're making me out? Here's the situation. As I touched upon earlier, the members of the International Trade Association are constantly struggling to survive. Recently, things seem to have gotten more difficult than ever for them, so just go and check things out. See if there's any way you can help. The head of the association is called Carisio, and he's a good friend of mine. Go talk to him. I'll wait for you here.
Why in the world can't I use my permit? This is the Outlander Affairs Agency. Please have your documents and proof of identification ready.
Huh? Hello there. Good. That's a
We heard the association has been having some difficulties lately. Is that true?
Yes. Left, right, and center. Obstacles at every turn. But that's nothing new for us.
The Sakoku decree certainly makes things difficult for anyone who wants to come here from overseas.
But it's not the root cause of our woes. The Sakoku decree might restrict our scope of activity, but in and of itself, it doesn't stop us from being able to enjoy a comfortable existence. No. What's really squeezing us Outlander merchants dry is those Mora grubbers from the Kanjo Commission.
Oh, of the 3 commissions, that's the one that oversees everything on retail, isn't it?
That's right. They impose astronomical tax rate, unbelievable regulations, and that's not the worst of it. They just issued a new tax decree recently that, for some reason, completely changes the way we pay our taxes. It used to be Mora, but now it's something called Crystal Marrow.
Crystal Marrow? What's that?
Something that most of us in the association had never heard of before either, until the new decree came along. Eventually, one of the older Liyue merchants recalled that he once shipped a batch of it to Snezhnaya in his youth. So, in order to pay our taxes, we began an arduous search for this crystal marrow. But then we found we'd only managed to create a bigger problem for ourselves. The rising demand for crystal marrow drove the price higher and higher. Now there's only one vendor who even has it in stock. We can't get a hold of it anywhere else.
Isn't that what they call a monopoly?
Exactly. So this vendor keeps pushing the price up, and we have no choice but to buy from them because the tax decree forces us to. It's a vicious cycle, the consequence of which is that our taxes will soon exceed our profits. And once that happens... We've tried communicating with the Commission directly. But this is a nation where the cries of a few struggling merchants will never be heard over the ever-present roar of thunder. Fontaine, my dear homeland. I miss you an awful lot at the moment.
Sounds awful. They're really bleeding them dry. What do you think we should do? But Carisu's the head of the association, and even he hasn't had any luck. Not to mention, we're Outlanders too.
Right, and besides, I think this may well be the fate they've ordained for us.
Okay. Well, we could try tackling the problem by going to the other party involved.
That vendor... I've actually done business with him in the past, but after a point he stopped contacting us. I have no idea where he sources the stuff.
Well,
Hey, if I remember...
got it! We're up.
Which one should I choose?
I don't think I recognize. So, what do you need with me? The sheer nerve. Trade secret.
This guy's got a bad attitude.
Ha! Are you? They're waste.
Hey!
Get out of here.
What are we gonna do? There's no good idea. Actually, we're having a little...
No? Oh, getting you to go fixing things when you... Oh, that... He used to be a bit of... I can only assume he must have... Yes. Couldn't you tell when you spoke to him? That's right. When Inazuma closed to the outside world, the international trade...
So he looked...
I'm sure it's more nuanced than that.
Really?
Well then, it sounds...
Incoming.
What are you doing back here? Just because I got plenty of time on my hands doesn't mean I want to waste any of it talking to you. Huh? Where's this coming from? Mondstadt? You were talking about... Goodness, I can sense it now. The scent of Mondstadt. Oh, how it takes... Oh, my hometown. What is...
Just close your eyes already.
You mean... the sound of the ocean? Leah Harbor. I can see it so clearly. Oh, and the Xiao lanterns.
This guy has a really active...
Wait. Stop. That's enough. Don't make me relive it anymore. My poor heart can't take it. You mean... the folks from the International Trade Association? Often, I'll sneak down to the shore at night. I've run into folks from the association more than... Don't you think I've wanted...
well, no one's stopping you, so...
They're so... I caved. Those... Alright.
You ready to talk now?
But I betrayed them. I can't show my...
Come on, you scaredy. So come on, get it off.
It's a scheme by the tax They start by overtaxing the merchants. Then once the merchants run out of places to buy crystal marrow.
It's just...
I'm their puppet, yes. But my evidence... Now that I think about it, whenever I report back to him after a sale, he always... As it happens, I handed some Mora over...
Really? Well...
Keijiro! It's him!
After him!
Love or freedom? Which one should I choose? Should I close one? It's not like I'll get any customers.
It's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little.
Ah, Ryoko, how's business?
All the better thanks to your generous patronage.
Good. Thankfully, I earn plenty these days.
Oh, but of course, tax collection is difficult work.
Now, who else is behind on payments? Let me think. Yes, the Trade Association clique still needs to be brought into line. What was that sound?
Shh! Quiet! Don't let him find us!
Must be hearing things. Drat, I'm behind schedule. I need to hurry.
He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little.
What could he be doing at a place like this?